Hey y'all, Ayla here, and welcome back to my channel. I have Miss Winter Dawn with me today to show off my Dolls Gone Goth DIY. Dolls Gone Goth is brought to us by Marna over at Dolls Rescued and Dory over at Dory's Dollies. So definitely check out their channels to see what they did, because they are the ones who came up with this fun challenge. So here is what I've done for my Dolls Gone Goth DIY. It is my Viking helmet. If you've been following along, I have made a few other videos of my process of making this, and let's go into some detail of how I did it all. By the way, this is the first one. There will be more, because as much as I'm in love with this, and I am very proud actually with how well it turned out. I know I can do better, so there will be more. How I did it is half of a Zuru 5 surprise ball. Yes, y'all, finally finding a use for these things. That doesn't involve a planter, because Lord knows we don't need more planters. So I just took one of those, and I just took a little Rubbermaid container type thing, and put in like a cup and a half of water, and then I took a 4-ounce bottle of school glue, just the cheap store brand school glue, as cheap as you can get. I think it's even the washable one. But anyway, just squeezed it in there, about three quarters of the container, left a little bit in there, about 1/4 left in the container of glue, and then just stirred it up with a plastic fork, and that's what I used to make my paper mache glue. You can use Mod Podge, but there's just really no point. Just get some cheap glue and water. That's really all Mod Podge is glue and water. Yes, there are a few other things, but that's the general makeup of it, general recipe. And then I just started putting the paper over half of it, over the half of the ball, and just covering the whole thing. And then after that, I lucked out, because I was just going to cut strips of paper. And then I was like, oh, well, I've got this stuff. Where I work, we use a printer that prints out, this is 3 layers, but you tear this off the side. It's perforated there, you can see, and you tear it off after you print it. And normally just throw this away. I have a whole box of it now, because I'm like, duh, this is great to use. I had planned just to use it, because I didn't realize it looked like it was about the right size. I was just going to use it to give me some depth to these, to help raise up the strips. And then I realized that it looks riveted, which I wanted. I was gonna do paint drops on, which I still may do. I think I'm probably gonna done with this one. I don't think I am gonna mess with this one any further. But with the next one, I probably will put little drops of silver dimensional, like fabric paint, in there to look like little nubbies sticking up, because I like that look. And I also put some of this stuff around this, which I will explain what this is in a moment. And then I just, actually these around the base here, I just used regular straight up glue. I just put a strip of the glue and then spread it around with my finger, because that's the way I do it. I do everything with my finger. And then just glued them on there. And I did put glue on top as well. Actually, I did use the paper mache glue over the top of it, because I didn't want it to take forever to dry, and I didn't want it to be really tacky or anything. So I did that, and then I painted it. The paint I used was a bronze and a silver, and this part here is actually a mixture of like 3/4 bronze, 1/4 the silver, to dull it down. It was a little too bright. Like this is more just a straight up bronze, and see how it's much shinier. I wanted this duller sort of, this helmet's, this isn't a brand new helmet. We don't want nothing spanking new. And for the horns, Model Magic. Now I did make a set of horns out of paper mache, but I forgot how to make, I forgot that when you're doing something like this, and God bless, oh, I forget his name every time. I'm sorry. I should write it down. It's I'll say it's MTB. Oh, I don't remember the numbers. He's an absolutely wonderful guy, and he's very creative. I will in fact link his channel down below in the description, because I highly recommend y'all check out He does these action figures, and he makes dioramas, and he does he makes oh, my brain is just gone. Anyways, he's really creative and cool. But he suggested that I make a frame out of aluminum foil and then put the paper mache around it. I'm like, well, duh, I totally forgot that's how you do that. So thank you for making that suggestion to me and reminding me how to do it. But by then I'd already gotten the Model Magic, and so I made these horns. Model Magic is super awesome. It's super, super light. This whole thing is very light, but it's wonderful to work with. It air dries. You don't have to bake it. It's non-toxic, so kids can use it. It's just a win all around. It comes in all sorts of colors, and you can mix the colors. You can mix paint in if you don't see a color that you want. You can add some acrylic paint to it. You can color it after it's dry. You can paint it, whatever. It's so wonderful. It's from Crayola, and it's called Model Magic. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I made it. And I think I did say at one point I would eventually use a paintbrush. I'd put some layers down with my fingers. Y'all, I didn't. You know me. If you thought I was ever going to use a paintbrush, then, here's your news. I don't use paintbrushes. I own a few. I own a lot. I just never use them. Sorry, Winter. Sorry, Winter Dawn there. But yeah, so let's put this back on her head. I did give her a couple of braids, because Viking women, well, I think the men too. All right, darling, stop fighting with me. I sent Isabel out with her daddy so that I can because he's finally home and she's not crying now. And the storms have stopped, so I sent her out with him to get a pup cup so that I can make this video. Comment below, let me know what you think. Oh, by the way, I did glue the horns on with tacky glue. And for anyone who doesn't know how to use tacky glue, and it shocks me how many people don't realize how to use tacky glue. This is why it's called tacky glue. I put some of the glue on the horns, then I put some of the glue on the helmet, then I waited about 5 minutes, and then I stuck them on, and boom, shanka. That's why it's called tacky glue. You wait till it's tacky, and then you put them together. And that tackiness just sucks hold of each other. I did kind of have an ooze out right there, I see. I'll put a little paint on that, and it'll cover it up. But there, that's it. Definitely check out Marna at Dolls Rescued, Dory at Dory's Dollies. Thank you both for this collab, or this challenge. I'm so glad that I finally remembered to take part in it for a change. And definitely check out he whose name I can never remember because I am brain damaged. I will have his a link to his channel in my description. Bye-bye, y'all. Oh, and if you make a video, comment below and let me know.